Yeah,
Jonah Hill.
I mean, I think he was nominated for an Oscar for this. This was like a big deal. This was like before Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, it was
they
a
were
great
like,
fucking movie.
This is his first serious role.
Even though he was a rather comedic character.
Yeah, he was like
He's still a little
good
goofball.
character.
It was well casted for what they wrote.
So walk me through like what happened before this movie.
Like the actual season?
Yeah, just like because they have a little intro of the movie where they say the Oakland A's, they only have a budget of like 43 million versus the rest of the team. The lowest team had a budget of 115 million, I believe. And the setup of the movie was almost that they had no money. They were the worst team. They hadn't won a championship in like 100 years or something like that. Is that all accurate?
They were coming off of one season where they had like an all-star team, but then they couldn't afford to keep all, like their contracts expired and they had to get rid of like all their best players.
Okay.
Except for like Barry Zito, Tim Hudson, and Mark Mulder, who are just not mentioned. Like all the actual like really good players, like the movie just doesn't talk about them.
Were they the guys that he was trading throughout the movie?
No, like those guys were just actually on the team like the whole time. And that's why the A's made the playoffs. That's why they had the run. Like that was like movie worthy. But like I don't know, if you make a movie about like an underdog team, it's like, oh, by the way, they have the best pitching staff, like one historically good.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. So there's a lot of creative liberties to make the team look worse than it actually was.
They did like invent or like revolutionize sabermetrics, like the whole like basing everything on numbers and like probability.
Yeah,
that was like real.
And what was the guy's name? Bill Bean.
Billy Bean.
Billy Bean, and he was a failed baseball player.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what a lot of like people that like go on to like manage and stuff.
Yeah.
Do it like general manage.
That was kind of his arc of the movie, was that he didn't make it in baseball, so now he's trying to change the game by figuring out a way how to get the undervalued players to have more value, essentially. Mm-hmm. And then it said that the Red Sox eventually used his technique and they were able to win a championship with it.
I don't know.
Well, that's like, what it said in the movie. So I don't know.
The Red Sox were like a really fucking good team.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know if I can't see them. They were like a dynasty. Like they had a lot of money too.
Yeah, they offered him the biggest contract of any general manager, and he turned them down.
Huh.
Yeah.
But all they needed was to sign the stats guy, Jonah Hill.
They should have signed Jonah Hill. Yeah. I don't remember his character's name. Paul or Pete or something. Something kind
of looks kind of like a Pete.
Nerdy. Yeah.
My name is Jonah.
Yeah. So okay. What else? I did do a bit of research into the movie because that's what I do. The book was written by this guy Michael something, and he also wrote the book The Big Short, which the movie The Big Short was based off of, which also stars Brad Pitt. So this Michael guy, I can't remember his name, but he writes these big books that get turned into Brad Pitt movies, and this one, from what you're telling me, it's less interesting of a story than like how they made it in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, the whole sabermetrics thing is interesting, like in a nerdy way.
Yeah.
Later on, like when that movie was coming out, the A's were actually like broke as fuck, and like that's why they ultimately ended up folding. And like now they don't even have a city; they're just the Athletics.
Really?
They're gonna be in Vegas, but they're still building the stadium.
Oh yeah, I think you told me about that.
But in like the 2010s and stuff, they were actually broke. They actually had a bunch of nobodies, but were still making the playoffs. That was a lot of fun to watch, but the movie already came out.
So okay, let me explain to you what I think the thing is, and then you can tell me if I'm right or not. So the idea is, instead of paying $10 million contract for one player, let's do like $1 million contract on players who have had some sort of an injury or who aren't the star players, but they're good at getting bases.
They're good at they get on base.
They get on base.
Because that's how you get runs. The guys get on base. They got a good eye. They don't swing at bad pitches. They get walked a lot. They get on base.
So why were those guys undervalued for so long?
Because
They weren't.
They looked at other stats like how many home run, like if some guy had a batting average, which is like how often you get a hit, like 333 batting average means like 1/3 of the time you get a hit, like not just a walk, but like you hit the ball, you put it in play, and you get on base.
Okay.
So they would value that too much because like there were guys that would have low batting averages, but they would get a lot of walks, or like they would have a weird batting stance where they crowded the plate more. They would just literally get hit more.
Okay.
And then they stopped stealing bases.
Okay.
Because they were just like, that's a free out. They stopped bunting. I don't know if I could even explain what bunting is to you. You know,
I think I know what bunting is. It's where you hit it close. Like you hit it with the close part of the bat.
Yeah, you hold it instead of swinging. You just like hold it out and you hit it.
Yeah,
the whole point is generally it's generally to put the ball.
You're dropping shit.
I'm dropping the fucking ball, man. That's why I didn't make the majors.
Yeah.
Billy B wanted nothing to do with me.
So, and then that was something else that I kind of thought about in the movie was that they credit it to Brad Pitt, but it was really Jonah Hill who like had the idea and brought it to him.
Yeah, but Brad Pitt had to take the initiative.
Yeah, I guess.
He had to believe in it.
Yeah, because he was working for some other team, and then Brad Pitt saw him and was like, why don't they listen to you? And then he was like, oh, because they don't like this idea. And then he was like, all right, come work for me.
Yeah, and it worked out.
Yeah. And that guy, he had some sort of a career as well afterwards. I don't know if he went to general manager, but he has a Wikipedia page. I think that's just how you know someone has a career outside of just what they're...
He's a significant figure.
Yeah. But
changed baseball, man. They focus on it like... There was a point where they were focusing on it like too much. It was like annoying where like managers like don't even matter in a game anymore. It's just like all the decisions are decided by like the statistics guys.
Really?
Yeah, but there's some teams that are like going away from that. We're just like, no, dude, just fucking go play with
just
your
have
heart.
some fun. Just have some America's pastime.
Oh yeah, they were showing how the old school scouts were, and like it was like very real. Where it's just like, well, you're not gonna want him.
He's a good-looking guy,
but his girlfriend's like ugly, so he's not confident.
Yeah,
like that's actually like a real thing. Like,
that was something I wanted to ask. Is that they said like, oh, this guy's a family man. Nobody wants him on the team. Like stuff like that. They were very critical of like the personal lives of the players.
Yeah, they're
the guy spends too much time at the strip club.
Right. I mean
it's a baseball thing.
I mean, if that's how he relaxes, but
yeah,
I don't know. The numbers matter, but a player's psyche matters a lot because baseball is a super psychological sport. Like the better you feel, the better you play. It's like you can't. Like the best players will like go in slumps and just like suck for like an entire season.
Yeah,
and just like stuff happens in their personal life. So I get why they looked at that, but like they're just showing that like teams overthought it.
Yeah.
You're like, this is where we need to dig into, not the numbers.
One like setup conclusion thing that I like that they did was where Jonah Hill was asking him like what it's like to fire a player, and then later on in the movie, Jonah Hill had to fire a player, and they were just like sitting in his office kind of awkwardly, and he was like, so this guy's gonna call you, you're gonna join their team, and that's it. And then the guy just got up and left. That was a good scene, it shows Jonah Hill is growing in his field.
Man, it shows that he's not heartless. He cares about them. He doesn't view them as just numbers.
Yeah. What else? Brad Pitt, he has a fear he can't watch the game because he thinks that they're going to lose. And then the one time he does watch the game, they start to lose, but then Chris Pratt hits a home run. Is that like accurate?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you don't know.
I haven't fact checked that part.
All right. I think that was a big part of the movie, though. Is like that was a big thing that happened in real life. Was
like a superstition where it's like if I watch the game, we lose.
I don't know about that, but there was a game where they were up by 11, but then the team that they were playing, they tied the game, but then Chris Pratt got to base.
I'm trying to remember the player that Chris Pratt is.
It starts with an H.
Scott.
I think it's a Jewish name.
Haniger.
Whoa.
Herringer.
Whoa. All right, let's look it up.
Right. It's like H-A.
Yeah, I know it starts with an H, and it's kind of it's Jewish sounding, I think. All right, you keep talking while I look it up.
I'm just trying to...
Scott.
I'm pretty sure his first name is Scott.
Let's see.
I'm going to say Scott Haniger.
Chris Pratt. Scott Hatteberg.
Okay, yeah.
Philip Seymour Hoffman played the coach. I liked his role. He just like hated Brad Pitt, and he was always yelling at him.
He was the mustache guy.
I don't think he had a mustache.
I thought he had a mustache. Like the manager? You said, yeah, like the coach?
Yeah, the coach.
Yeah, like it's the manager.
Oh, okay.
Not the general manager, but like the
this was him.
Oh, yeah, I guess he didn't have a mustache.
He did not. Philip Seymour Hoffman has had mustaches in movies. He had one famously in the Scientology movie he did, The Master. Have you seen that one? No.
No.
I knew you wouldn't.
What baseball movie am I thinking of with the mustached manager?
Boiz, number one. Out of the number one Metro Track Comedy Podcast, Big Deal.